See? What? Shopping. Figured, why not record a little, think about things. Design docs. You know, I don't know anything about them because I don't tend to use them, but I will say one thing, and that is I agree with, was it Ralph? Someone who said, I read this a few days ago, design docs are good for static things, like your level design, your caves, your backstory, but not so good for dynamic things because it almost limits you in a way and maybe makes you feel less flexible to make changes. So there you go. Stuff. Here's what I got. That. Some good dressing and some olives.
Strike me down, Jedi.
That's all I got. I shouldn't say that on the video. I'm not really forget I said anything. The point is, I now can work for myself, I can work on my games, and I'm kind of going through a shock of going from doing so much work for someone else to being totally free. It's like in Shawshank Redemption, Morgan Freeman's character gets out of jail like after 50 years, and he doesn't know how to function. That's me. That is me. Except he ended up, well, the point is, I just got to figure it out. And there's just so much you can do. You got to nail down one thing and say, okay, I'm going to do this. And I think I'm going to be working on my tank game, but it's so slow to work on it because it's old and what I'm doing is really nitty gritty. It's not the fun part. No one wants to work on adding in-app purchase and that kind of thing, do they? No one does. It's no fun. I'd much rather be working on particles. This kind of creative edit back there. I'm using iMovie on the iPhone. It's very easy to just go cut something out. I said something that should not be public, so I cut it right out. Anyway, now you're wondering what I said. You will never know unless you message me on IRC. But one thing that I just remembered is GB. He asked, like 2 weeks ago, he asked about demos and whatnot, and I, as usual, forgot and procrastinated. But I just wanted to say I think that either one can work, but it depends on your game, how good it looks in a YouTube video, and your target platforms. And number two, when your game is ready, when it hits beta, you should let each of us play it and give you the hard, mean feedback. And I'll be willing to do that for you as a member of IIC. And no matter, just let us be honest and don't take it personally. Not that there's anything wrong with your game. I don't know. But I'm just saying that it could push you into making the difference, because that's what I do to the other guys. And like in Dungeon Scroll, I let Phil play it, and the first thing he said was, no, you need to be able to drag tiles up on the line, not just up and down, but you have to be able to do tricky drags. And I was like, oh god, I was going to release like tomorrow, and that sounds hard. But okay, you're going to push me into it. I had thought of it. I just rejected it because I didn't want to do it. But when someone else tells you that, it pushes you, and then you go do it, and then 2 hours later you're like, you know what? You're right. I needed that. Thank you. Thank you, sir.